Are you ready for everything that's coming in patch 1.4? Welcome back to Corky Gachas, and in this video, I'm going to share with you guys what is coming up in 1.4, at least the notable items, and ahead of time, ahead of the live stream, because we want to see if there are any differences between global server and CN server. Of course, we do know that there are some changes that are coming, especially with the Battle Pass QL that we're getting with 20 extra levels to the Battle Pass, so there's more value for money from that end. But I'm not expecting any changes to the items that I will be mentioning in this video. And starting first one we're going to have is a new storyline update, and that is Chapter 5 for patch 1.4. Without spoiling too much, it's basically a bunch of nerds in Greece that are playing with numbers, and Vertin happens to go there, right? So this is as much as I can tell you without spoiling it. Of course, I've already delved into it on CN server, so definitely read up on the story or clear up your Chapter 4 if you haven't done so, so that you have a good picture going into Chapter 5 come 1.4 in just like less than 10 days. Next is going to be the arrival of raids, and honestly, we've been talking so much about raids in this channel. I've even made a dedicated video over here. Click the card to see more on raids if you're really interested. But basically, raids is just about you trying to obtain as much damage as possible while maneuvering around the boss mechanics. And for patch 1.4, we're going to expect 3 raids. It's just the Sea Serpent raid, the Cave Boss raid, as well as the Marsh Creation raid. So 3 raids itself, it gives decent rewards, and it's going to be a mainstay, right? Main Bulletin is going to be our new end game mode. Also, alongside, of course, the Limbo and U2 that we are still going to get. So more content for people, especially those that are already having decent accounts and having built a lot of characters, right? To challenge yourself, go for that triple S rank. Whether you can get it or not really depends on how well you understand the raid and how well the characters are built for that specific raid itself. So this is raids. Next one is going to be also a new content game mode. It is Anecdote, and this one is rather chill. It's unlike the mains bulletin, unlike the raids whereby they are more endgame. This is basically just story, and for a start, you are going to get Charlie's story, and this is just extra rewards for people that love story and just want to play it through. You're just going to get the story rewards, and also you can learn more about the characters, right? So for a start, I think for 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, we are only getting 5-star character stories, but subsequently I do expect them to add in 6-star characters. In fact, I think with 1.7 they're adding one 6-star character. I forgot who it is. Regardless, this is just very chill. Complete it, get your rewards, and be done with it. Now next, moving away from our mainstay content, we're going to have freebies. Everyone loves freebies, and this time around we're going to get a 5-star character selector. And for this selector itself, it's only going to have up to 1.15 star characters, because in 1.4, right, only the 1.1 characters are added to the standard pool. So you're not going to see Blondie, you're not going to have all of the new Kanjira, these characters, they're not going to be inside, unfortunately. But regardless, this is a good chance for you to pick up a 5-star character for free. And as you guys know, right, the meme goes that a 5-star character on the rate up itself is harder to get than a 6-star character, and sometimes it does feel this way. Hence, it might be your chance to finally get that character you need to form your perfect team. And also, if you're interested in seeing what my opinions are on what you should be picking based on the tier list, based on power levels, definitely check out the top right hand corner for the cut to the video that I already made on this. Moving on, next I'm going to touch on the unique banners that are dropping in 1.4. In particular, there are 3 of this. So the first one is going to be the 37 banner. Everyone knows that 37 is coming, and if you're thinking whether you should be pulling for 37, definitely check out the top right hand corner for the video that I made on this. Regardless, 37 is a hyper carry that focuses on Genesis damage, and it will be coming first, and then subsequently we will have the 6 banner, which is a support / DPS unit, right? At lower portraits, I would see him more as a universal, very strong support, AP general support, but at higher portraits, he can be a very menacing DPS as well. And as for this duration of the banners, right, I am not exactly certain, because for 1.4, global has already been announced that we are going to have 1 extra week of 1.4. Hence, the banner durations we have to check out during the live stream itself. Now lastly, we are also going to have a 3rd unique banner in the mix banner. It's going to feature 4 rate up units. Hence, it is not like a single unit 6-star banner where it's definitely easier to get the 6-star unit. Right now, you have to divide it by 4. Not as good, but you can see one character inside, which is the rerun unit Melania. So this might be a good chance for you to pick up Melania. However, the contents of the banner, especially the other standard characters, might change. So we shall see whether this is the case. Also, something notable is that in CN server, they did give out 7 free pulls for this specific banner. So you can also try your luck, right? As long as they give out free pulls, then you might just get lucky and get a new 6-star character for free. So these are the 3 unique banners that are coming in 1.4. Now next is something that I'm also going to touch on that not too many people are touching on, and that is the return of Luxurious Leisure in the shop. So you will be able, for people that have missed 1.1 event, right? Now is a good chance to grab out Luxurious Leisure again. It is going to be in the shop. However, there's only 1 copy. So if you want to upgrade this Luxurious Leisure, you cannot just buy the extra copies. You have to buy the Gluttony. Also notable, right, there is 1 copy at a non-discounted price. So it's not the first copy, 210 TOTS. Do save up your TOTS starting from now if you do want to buy it at 300 elements. So definitely save that up. When the 1.4 actually drops, you can grab your Luxurious Leisure. This is pretty much BIS on all single target users. You definitely want to pick it up, and this time it's not for free, but at least you can get it and you can definitely level it up. It's one of the best prime targets for Gluttony. Amplification Max is what I will recommend for this Luxurious Leisure Psycube. Next is also something that I think should be worth noting, and that is the 1.4 event shop. And you might be thinking, hey Corky, I know what the event shop looks like, right? Just farm throughout the event. I'm going to be able to clear out the shop very easily. Sure, but this time around there is a slight tweak, right? Instead of being able to choose what you are going to get, you are instead going to have a gachapon system. So gacha within the gacha, this is not a unique idea, but this is the first time that Reverse 1999 has employed it for an event shop. So within this event shop, you are able to pick from 4 different areas, right? Because one of those is infinite, you don't want to spend your event currency on that. 4 of those, and then within which you have different rewards, and you are going to use the 200 currency to go for 1 try. It's totally random. However, you are also definitely going to guarantee it after trying an amount of times. This is a real gachapon, right? So every time you try, one of those rewards will disappear from the pool. Eventually, you get all of the rewards. So definitely try to save out stamina if you want to go for I3, because you're not able to pick and choose to get the I3 material first, right? So save stamina, very important, unlike previous events whereby you don't really need to focus too much on saving stamina since it runs for very long. So this is what I would recommend, especially for people that are wanting to play 37 at I3 on the first day. Now finally, we are going to have our 1.4 skins. And as you know, the 1.4 skins are actually Greece themed. So all of these are going to be goddesses as well as warriors, all these kind of things, right? So first one, we're going to have Sweetheart skin. And Sweetheart skin is obtainable through the Battle Pass. And it pretty much is a very nice skin in my opinion, and since it's the Battle Pass, people will definitely grab it out, and then maybe it will boost the rates of using Sweetheart, who knows, right? Second one is going to be Lasso skin, and Lasso skin, as usual, low rarity skins belong in the U2 shop. Not that bad looking, but it's not going to drive me to want to invest in Lassos. Third, we're going to have the Deagle skin. So for Deagle's fans out there, this skin looks pretty good, but it is actually a paid skin. So you have to grab it from the shop. Unfortunately, this is not a freebie, even though he's just a 5-star character. And lastly, we're going to have Lilia skin also from the shop. And this Lilia skin is actually very popular. I've seen a lot of people grab up this Lilia skin. But me personally, you know, I'm a Lilia hater, right? So I will not be grabbing up this skin. I also don't have Lilia on my account. But for people that like it and want to use Lilia as a support for 37, you're in luck. This Lilia skin is looking pretty good. Now with all of this new content dropping, maybe instead the big question is what characters are worth building in 1.4. So for that, definitely check out this video on my 1.4 tier list. I'll see you guys over there. This is Corky Gachas, signing off.